Hello, beautiful beings. I know that I said I wasn't going to record another video, but I'm just holding it. But this is so super spontaneous that no, I'm not getting my tripod out. So just now I was talking to the ancients about gray days. It's very gray here in Montana. It's not really snowing or raining. It's just, it feels like nothing's happening. And and it feels oppressive, and because when it's sunshiny, oh, it's so nice. Everything feels so expansive, and it feels like there's opportunities, and all that seems to feel like it disappears when it gets cold out. So what I'm learning at a deeper level is how to let go of what's happening on the outside, how to let go of that to determine how I'm feeling. I think that made sense. So I just said, help me see gray days like you want me to see gray days. And I listened, and they said, pretend like they're sunny days and be your own sunshine. Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely. I can pretend. I know exactly what it feels like, how I feel when I look out the window and it's a sunny, just absolutely beautiful day. I can conjure that. And that doesn't even take fantasy, because my mind, I can't fantasize anymore. After my awakening day with Muji, I literally lost the ability to fantasize, which is awesome. It really cut down on a lot of mental activity, because I used to fantasize a lot to try to escape my crazy mind, to try to control the thoughts. So the thoughts that I was thinking, because I couldn't stop thinking, so I was constantly trying to replace the really bad thoughts that I was having with much better thoughts, and fantasizing really basically saved my life. But then after the awakening, I didn't notice for a while, but I knew something was different. I knew how I was seeing was different than it was before. And one of those things, the ways that I had been thinking was fantasizing. It fell away. And it was kind of strange at first. It felt a little claustrophobic to me to not be able to think in ways that I used to think. But oh, it's what a blessing. They're saying it always feels a bit terrifying and claustrophobic when we're shedding the persona, the person that we always thought we were, but we never have been. It feels terrifying. It feels like we're dying. It feels like, no, I don't want this to happen. But it's a good thing. It's really, really good. I asked a therapist a really, really long time ago, why do I always feel like, not always, but why do I feel like I'm dying sometimes? No, this was my AA sponsor that I had for over 8 years. I asked her that, and she said, because you are. The one that you're not is dying and shedding away. And, it takes really brave people to let that happen. I understand why people fight against it and resist it, but it's the greatest treasure we could have. The greatest gift we could ever have is to, get rid of the imposter, they're saying. So I'm going to be my own sunshine. I'm on day 8 of consistently stretching every single morning and working out in the evening and stretching. Oh my gosh, I've had an absolute major shift. There's no mental activity around it anymore. Now I'm just doing it. That day when they showed me, like, I don't know, 9 days ago now, when they showed me the vision of me at the end of my life, having not worked out and looking back at my life, and just, that was the one thing I was saying was, I wish I would have worked out, because I was thinking it that whole time, the whole time in my life. And I have been. I wish I could work out consistently. Well, I'm still working at making it a habit. Well, I had the light bulb moment 9 days ago now that consistency is the key. I know that may seem very simplistic to you, and I knew that also, but to integrate that into my life, to actually be consistent, oh, it's fine. It's finally happened. I can feel it because there's no mental activity around it anymore. I finally worked my way past all of those thoughts that were grabbing at my ankles to keep me from being successful. It's very easy to go with those thoughts, but I refuse. I will not give up. And it just feels like, because the ways that I have thought for lifetimes feel like who I am, and they feel so natural, even though they are an impediment in my life. They're holding me back. By going with them for so long, I don't realize that I'm actually going with them, if that makes sense at all, because it just feels so natural. But after a while, I finally see that, oh, that's that train of thought I keep getting on, and that leads me to an unsuccessful life. So one of the major thoughts, and I've just been dreading the snow coming, and I've been really trying to release resistance around that. It's because I'm in my tiny home and I've never lived in it in the wintertime. But it's nice and warm in here. It really is, and it'll be great. So I've really been working on, releasing the fear around that. But year after year, I struggle with the winter coming and having it get gray and all that. And just now I fully realized, oh, that's one of those thoughts. It makes me very uncomfortable. It brings me to a bad place. It makes me not want to get out of bed in the morning. So it's really affecting me. I want to have sunshine days. And I can do that by changing the way I'm thinking about it. And ultimately not thinking about it at all. Just being here in the moment. Everything feels very beautiful and expansive, no matter what the weather is. But I'm being freed from outside circumstances, creating the weather in my life. That was good. They can always say things so much more eloquently than I do. I think that's it for now. I'm going to take Doozer for a walk on this beautiful day. Yeah, if you feel like you are stuck in a certain way of thinking, but you can't pinpoint what it is, we would love to help you with that. Yeah, for some reason we can see into other people's, like into literally the way that they think. It's very fascinating. It's endlessly fascinating to me what I get to see when I'm holding satsang with somebody. How can I see what you're seeing, how you're thinking? It just happens though. There's magic in satsang. It's incredibly magical. And I have over 40 years left on the planet. So I have a lot of time to share all these amazing things that I'm learning as I go too. Love you so much.